So, good morning. Tell me who you are and what your company does.
My name's James Mulvany, and I'm from CDNIFY. I'm the founder of CDNIFY, which is a content delivery network.
Tell us a little bit more of a content delivery network.
So, content delivery network is like web hosting on steroids for your app or your website or mobile app. What we do is we take your content, your static assets and things like images and JavaScript and CSS, and we distribute it across a network of servers all over the world. And that content is then served to the user from the location that's closest to them, which gives you speed and also massive scalability.
Can you give an example for it? Can you make it more concrete?
Yeah, sure. So if you run an e-commerce website, for example, might have product images which might be quite high resolution. They might take a while to load. By putting these on a CDN, it gives your users a greater experience, means the images will load faster, and obviously, hopefully, that increases your conversions.
Now, this CDN space is not new, I believe. There's quite some competition going on. So what makes you better than the competition that's going on, and what do you see as the biggest competitor right now? Who are you challenging?
So we've got some really big competitors. Companies like Akamai and Edgecast have been around for years, and they're very enterprise level. What we're trying to do is maybe slightly disrupt the market, and we're trying to make CDN more accessible to startups and freelance developers and digital agencies. Anyone who really has a website or is building a mobile app. I think the way things like the Apple's App Store have meant that sort of small teams can build apps that have to scale to a really, really high level, and we enable them to do that.
So how do you enable them?
By simply providing a CDN which is really redundant and hugely scalable. So as soon as their content is on our network, it means it can be accessed by an infinitely higher number of people than if you were having that content hosted on a single server, obviously a single point of failure. That's really what the CDN does is it eradicates the need for kind of failure and also makes stuff fast, makes it scalable.
Okay, well, there's a lot of startups here, and obviously your startup is as well. Could you tell us a little bit on how long you've existed, how you're funded, and how you're making money?
Yeah, so CDNIFY has been bootstrapped. We've been going for a year, and we've just moved off of a kind of a reseller platform that we were using before. We've actually spent the last 6 months developing our own solution, developing our own network, our own platform. So really excited to be in the position we're in today, and hopefully we're going to grow a lot over the next couple of years.
And how are the next couple of years going to look like? What are they going to look like? Where will you be in 5 years?
I'd like to think that we'll have a fair share of the market. I think we're going to continue with our sort of marketing strategy in terms of targeting sort of maybe sort of small to medium-sized companies rather than going after the enterprise market, because I think, as you say, there's a lot of there's a lot of competition in that kind of space already. So I think we're just going to kind of keep moving forward and also innovate, making sure that we keep up with technology and we kind of come up with some really interesting features and make it really accessible to people who perhaps aren't really technical.
Well, obviously it's very hard being a startup. What keeps you awake at night?
What keeps me awake at night? All sorts of things. I kind of sit in between marketing and tech, so we've got a great team who work for us. I kind of have a bit of a technical understanding, but I've also got good understanding of business and marketing. So I think I sleep really well, but during the day I'm kind of constantly buzzy. And especially when I'm awake, I'm always just thinking about stuff. I can't ever have time off in the evenings and at the weekends. I'm constantly just thinking about ways to improve, ways to reach out to people, and also just new tech ideas, new things that we can come up with to make our users' experience better and just make everything good for us as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks for talking to me.